Have you ever looked at a car and thought, what on earth were they thinking? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into the strangest, weirdest, most bizarre vehicles ever created, cars that look like jokes, science experiments, or alien inventions, yet they actually worked and hit real roads. From tiny one-person pods to cars that can swim, fly, and even cook your food. This is the weirdest cars ever made. 1. Peel P50, the smallest car on Earth. Let's start small. Very small. The Peel P50 is officially the world's tiniest production car. It's so small that adults look oversized just sitting in it. It has one door, 3 wheels, and 0 room for anything except you and maybe a handbag. There's no reverse gear. Drivers would literally open the door, step out, and drag the car backwards with their hands. Despite being tiny, it was street legal. Imagine cruising down a busy road in something smaller than a washing machine. But here's the crazy part. The P50 was marketed as cheaper than walking. And believe it or not, people bought it. To Messerschmitt KR200, a fighter jet without wings. Next up is a car that looks like it belongs on a runway, not a highway. The Messerschmitt KR200 was created by an aircraft company after World War II. They needed business, so they made a car that still looked like a plane. It had a bubble canopy like a jet cockpit. No steering wheel, just airplane-style handlebars. And the seats. You sat one behind the other like a pilot and co-pilot. It was weird, but also aerodynamic, fast for its size, and surprisingly popular. People loved it. It was the closest thing to flying while still stuck to the road. 3. Amphicar 770, the car that swims now for a car that couldn't decide if it belonged on land or in lakes. The Amphicar 770 was a half-car, half-boat hybrid. You'd drive it like normal, roll right into the water, pull a lever, and suddenly, you're cruising across a lake like it's no big deal. The company advertised it as a car that could ferry for people across the English Channel. Real owners proved it actually worked, slowly, but it worked. It wasn't fast on land or water, and the doors sometimes leaked. But listen, it swam, and that alone made it legendary. 4. Reliant Robin, the 3-wheel disaster. Our next car is famous for all the wrong reasons. The Reliant Robin is a 3-wheeled car with 2 wheels in the back and 1 in the front. This design made it light, but also made it flip over at the slightest sharp turn. Every TV show, especially Top Gear, made fun of it. Drivers had to plan every turn like they were defusing a bomb. But guess what? People loved this car because it was cheap, simple, and classified as a motorcycle, meaning cheaper insurance and fewer regulations. So yes, the car that tips over became a British icon. 5. BMW Isetta, the fridge door car. Imagine a car with one single door. Now imagine that door is the entire front of the car. Welcome to the BMW Isetta, an egg-shaped microcar from the 1950s. You opened the whole front like a refrigerator. The steering wheel and dashboard swung out with the door so you could sit easily. It looked weird, tiny, and almost toy-like, but it saved BMW from going bankrupt. It was easy on fuel, cheap to build, and millions of people bought it. The Isetta proved that even the strangest ideas can work if they're practical. 6. Subaru 360, the Ladybug car. Nicknamed the Ladybug, the Subaru 360 was tiny, lightweight, and shaped like a cartoon bug. Some people said it looked cute. Others said it looked like a car designed by someone who'd only seen cars described over the phone. It had a tiny engine but somehow fit for people. It was known for being slow, shaky, and featherlight, but it helped Japan's auto industry explode worldwide. Weird but impactful. 7. Stout Scarab, the first minivan from the future. Now let's go way back to a car from the 1930s that looked like it, teleported from the year 2025. The Stout Scarab was basically the world's first minivan. It had a streamlined futuristic design with no hood, rounded curves, and a lounge-like interior. Instead of feeling like a car, it felt like a moving living room. People were confused by its shape, calling it a beetle on wheels, but it introduced concepts decades ahead of its time: modular seating, an open floor, and even a sliding door idea. It was weird, but it predicted the future. 8. Cadillac Cyclone, the UFO car. Finally, let's end with a car that looked ready for alien contact. The Cadillac Cyclone was a 1959 concept car with giant rocket-tip cones on the front that weren't just decoration. They were radar sensors for a primitive crash avoidance system. Yes, Cadillac built early autopilot before autopilot existed. It had bubble windows, a silver body, and sliding canopy doors straight out of a sci-fi movie. It never entered mass production, but it proved one thing: car designers were dreaming bigger than ever. So there you have it, cars that were tiny, strange, futuristic, dangerous, and downright unbelievable. Some failed, some made history, but all of them show how far creativity can go when inventors refuse to play it safe. Which weird car was your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more crazy car stories, hit like, subscribe, and buckle up for the next ride.